it for just a second, but nobody home from Fury. And we're walking up for just that split moment, but decided to back off just instead. Sonics now with a little bit of control over here inside of Big Garage. Obviously, they are going to be dealing with things all the way downstairs, so this is going to be a pretty interesting prospect for them as they attempt to clear this full map.
i9's got a tough situation coming up here because he's pinched in between two players. He's got Ambi on one side, and he's got Rexon moving in from the other. There's not really going to be any way for him to get back. Ambi comes through, and should have been an easy kill, but no, he does get it. i9 it was who picked up Rexon. I thought he'd managed to swing on Ambi for a second, but the Nitro takes down Rexon, and that's not the worst result for i9 realistically. He's taken out the Buck, and that is going to cost a lot of verticality for Sonics.
Yeah, such an important piece to the offensive puzzle is Buck nowadays, especially with frag grenades kind of out the window in comparison to what they were capable of just months ago. So definitely going to be looking to Buck to try and rip up floorboards and that kind of stuff and assist from a little bit of verticality, but fortunately enough, this time around doesn't have to worry too much. They're going to put the Selma down here and try and get the hatch open. Ambi for a double thus far, so he'll take down Legolas as well. Ambi going to be working things here from blue. Let's have the exothermics to get the bar hatch open.
Gio's going to be sending the drones in. 50 seconds left to go. Plenty of time for Church and Arsenal if the work is going on to open hatches up, which we can hear as well. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue for them. Citizen is going to work his way down, just clear out a couple of those goo mines, give the opportunity for somebody to move down main should they want to as the round progresses. That time is getting to the point where they need to start thinking about it here. 30 seconds left to go. Sonics not quite in a position yet to be able to drop and get this diffuser down. Gio is in position, but they still really need to force this player out of boxes and start to apply that pressure inside. You've got Dark and BG Man both doubled up, and that is an important kill. Ambi just picking up Dark, and then Citizen onto BG Man. That opens everything up, but Gio gets taken on the drop. Doesn't matter, as he's last alive. Citizen takes him down, running through the fire and the flames to cut his man down, and that's going to be Sonics leveling things up 2-2.
3 from Ambi, 2 from Citizen, and a great round overall from the Sonics. What else could you want, North American fans? Very well done there. Ambi obviously not able to get the trigger on 9 there the way that he wanted to, and that ends up the result of Rexon dying, but still not really all that big of a deal at the end of the day. They were able to get that dealt with in at least decent timing, I would say. Once they start to transition over towards side, it's about a minute 20 while they start to clear things out and get things set up, and obviously you guys saw the result of that. A little low time there, but well within the right of the Sonics to be able to take, especially with the powerhouse players of Ambi and Citizen going back-to-back in round 4.
Going to be heading in round 5 then. Back to Gym and Bedroom. Moving on despite the loss. They did have the option of sticking around for another attempt at Church and Arsenal, but Fury deciding they'll go back to the other side that they won, which was Gym and Bedroom. They did a really good job on that jacuzzi wall. They wasted a lot of the utility with the exothermic charges, etc. So I'd like to see Sonics maybe do that a little bit cleaner this time. You know, they went in there with the Mav. They gave the opportunity for the impact nades to come through and clear it off, and it really cost them a little bit. So this time, get that a little bit smoother, get that wall cleared off, and don't burn too much utility on it.
Yeah, most definitely. Speaking of utility, I mean, look at the Sonics lineup right now. 3 hard breachers as well as Citizen on the Rotero drones, and 9 flirting with death a little bit, but I respect it. I respect it wholeheartedly. Trying to see if we can get some early influence here and potentially get a big kill. Citizen with a cheeky drone hold there. That's a smart cover. A thing a lot of people think about, especially when it comes to that strip area of the map. These little drone holes can actually be a big nuisance. I've died to those things in some of the dumbest ways possible, Ace, I promise.
It's so frustrating. So. We can see Gio just working with the exothermic charges on CCTV wall, looking at construction wall as well. So they'll be down to the Ace and the Maverick to open up jacuzzi side. The reason that Gio's doing that is they want to force the players out of that area. CCTV and Cash particularly, make them feel like they're pinched and force them back to site, because once the Sonics have got control of CCTV, they're able then to use that catwalk that's just outside of the windows, look on into sight and start applying pressure to the back of jacuzzi wall. It'll help them get that open, and it just starts to unlock the round a little bit. So we need a little bit more momentum from the Sonics here. We're a minute 20 in. They're not quite established inside of the map yet, and we've still got players. I say that, I'm just looking at our top down on the side. They have managed to force Cash clear. Construction is next. i9's still in there. Once they get that out of the way, then it'll be job done.
We do have 9 still lurking around. I want to see he's over inside of Sage. Yes, he is. Right inside of the bar double here. That could be a pretty interesting fold later on down the line. As well, that's actually going to be coming pretty quickly. Only got a minute and 10 seconds left inside of this round. But some nice angles built up from the Sonics. Practically everything you would want for a Master Assault. Nitro Cell out. Potentially getting rid of some Claymores, but no, not even that. It's actually going to, I believe, land on the windowsill. Doesn't achieve too much for him. And now Rexen seeing if a single Fury member wants to try and take a crack at this window swing.
Just going to be sending the Rotero drones in.
What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players, to another installation of the SiegeDoubleShot. We're doing the watch party, and it's special occasion. Check this out. Boom, baby! Live coming at you. What's up, Sharky? What's happening, my friend?
Yeah, same physical location. This is real. We're hanging out in Indianapolis together, along with Papa, another friend of the stream, and we're doing a watch party live here. This took a little while to get organized, but we made it, my guy, and here we are, ready to stream the 6th Invitational in the watch party. And we've been waiting all day for this game. We got a chance to cast Ambi a lot of different times as part of the OCS. So to see him on screen live in Brazil right there is pretty wild. So
It's pretty freaking cool. We know that guy. Right there.
This is crazy. So yeah, like you said, live in person here, going for this watch party. So what do you think about it so far?
I think the live watch party, cool as hell. Invitational, chef's kiss. This has been, I don't know, pretty much, it's cool because I can hear myself now. He's such a wizard. His whole setup, so I keep getting distracted by it. But I think it's been in everything we wanted for the Invitational, right? We've seen some Bolo play, like, what?
That's right.
And a couple of people that we've cast before, NJR, Hot and Cold, a bunch of like names that we've got to cast and play. We're watching them play out here, and that's pretty insane.
And the fact that we got a chance to do the watch party live in Atlanta was like in the stadium was really loud, so we didn't really get a chance to interact with the stream at all. But hopefully this time a lot more opportunity for that. The Invitational so far has definitely been great. I just wish I've had more time personally to be able to watch it, because I have not been able to. What I keep hearing from Whiskey Glitter, though, I keep hearing from you that the main T1 casters are using the same kind of phrases that we use all the time.
It's crazy.
They talked about a timeout buff yesterday.
They absolutely did, and they were like wondering.
Yeah, absolutely. Once the Sonics get set up, they seem indomitable, and
well,
really hasn't had
there's about
anything
75% timeout buff on our channel, so I've got to believe it's probably about the same generally across the board, you know?
Yeah, I think so. Although, honestly, we've seen a couple that it did not go in timeout buff way. Yeah, it was definitely still a stomping.
Yeah, when a team is feeling it, they're feeling it, and sometimes it's hard to overcome that for sure. So as we roll in, we're getting to watch Fury versus Sonics. I'm still not sure why the graphics are only 3 letters, because Fry is definitely kind of funny compared to Fury, so you know that's a little bit of a funny thing. But getting to see these two teams, this one should definitely go in the way of Sonics, right? This should be a team that should absolutely dominate here, but there's been a few different upsets. We're on the fence. On the other channel, we were getting to see Bleed versus M80, so we can probably switch back and forth between those two. But at least for now, getting to watch the Sonics play on Clubhouse, and the fact that they're all best of 3s, I'm liking that too. I like the best of 3s better than the ones, so we get to see how each of these teams are going to interact over more than just, 45-minute
Yeah,
maps.
it's where you get to start seeing some of the deeper pocket strats being brought out. It's not just going to be the one and done in your face type of play. It's going to be, you know, you have to be a little bit more methodical about it, and you have to play on not just a map that you love, but you also have to play on a map that the other team loves. And so it's really a shot at some marathons.
Yeah. So here, this match we're getting to see Clubhouse, and then Border, and then Oregon, and there's been a decent amount of Oregon play here so far in what we've seen for the Invitational.
But it's like been good, really fun Oregon play. I know. It sounds crazy.
I mean, it is the Invitational, my guy. So like, if there was a time to do it, this is certainly it. So in there, diffuser going down, and one attacker left, a 1v2. And I think we've seen a lot of Maverick play too. That was one of the other ones, a lot of Maverick play. But the interesting stat that I saw on Twitter this morning was Fresh was showing the same standard operator pick rate versus win rate, like presence in, that Ubisoft does as part of all the balancing changes, and the defenders are all definitely on the upper side of the win rate, and the attackers all on the lower side, meaning most of the rounds so far have been defensive wins just generally across the Invitational. So that, I think, is more what you'd expect in line with Siege in general. So some of those like attacker-sided maps and attacker-sided stats we see are like, you know, maybe that's the T4, T3, but when you actually get into the T1, very defensive-sided.
Well, yeah, you've watched it on every single thing every single match that's going on. We've seen more OTs than we've probably ever seen in a professional event. It's been defensive-sided, and because of that, what did we get to see? It's the things that we were talking about months ago when these first started talking about some of these new changes coming out and this new defensive meta going to take apart. Oryx going to be on the board, prevalent lots of times. And why is that important? Why is Oryx important? Because he's able to, like with the rise of Tubero, we have to have this alternative entry, right? You got to find other ways to get in because Tubero is slowing down your normal standard entry so much that you have to find other ways in. So who stops that? It's the Oryx, it's the Cavs coming out, it's the Vigil, it's the single person roam that can get back to site after wasting time or playing live. And as we even say it, he's on the board right now doing that same exact thing Rex.
Yeah, that the Oryx play has definitely been surprising to see so much of it. I'm not surprised to see a lot of the Maverick because for sure in the Tubero meta here, he's definitely been coming out way more often. But the other thing I would say about interesting thing about the 6 Invitational so far, they've been changing up all the casting teams. All the normal pairings are not happening, right? We're not getting to see Ace and Dez together. We're getting to see each of them individually, but here, like on this one, Ace is casting, but not with Dez. That's been.
They did that at the major a little bit too, though. They switched up some of that stuff.
A little bit, but this is. They like took it to another level here, changing out all of them. I'm definitely kind of surprised to see that.
Yep.
All right, Stealth asked, where are we? We're actually in Indianapolis. Here to meet a couple people as part of the scene for the NBA All-Star Game, but got a chance to set up shop here and stream live together.
Yeah, and it's
like literally.
Yeah, like literally. Pretty dope. And of course we've got Papa here with us as well, who's hanging out, watching Watch Party with us. Say hello, Papa.
Yep, watch partying. Yeah, so here in Indy, getting a chance to watch, and it's been on here all day. We finally got a chance to get ourselves together and definitely try this out. And casting would be interesting. We're gonna check the bandwidth to see whether or not it's possible stealth, because it could be an option. This could be an option. We basically brought the entire streaming setup with us here to be able to pull it off, and it's a possibility. We might be able to do it.
Quick OCS cast. Oh, quals?
Yeah, the OCS quals they start tonight and then go tomorrow, and closed is on Sunday.
Interesting. A side-by-side cast.
Okay. Three games instead of 4. Okay. Yeah, there's we could potentially do that. Now, the only problem is that probably need an observer. Probably need an observer. Because observing would be tough. I did bring my controller with me in order to be able to do observation, but that could be tough as part of this whole thing. Plus, you guys would see how hard I concentrate and focus on the controller as we're trying to run that thing through. So, just being able to cast, though, that would be another great one.
Just have someone at home do it.
You know, I wonder if Zane could do it for us from Skyline.
That's not a bad idea.
Stealth, you might be onto something. You might be onto something. We might have to think about whether or not that's possible.
You know what? That's cheersable.
Yeah. All right, cheers.
Certainly not frequently enough. And again, I don't
that was
think
that was good.
Easier.
That was good. I almost want to do that one more time. Listen to this chat. Cheers.
Oh! You know, if Sonic's, for me, I think get some players out in the map.
Yeah, we brought the whole setup, headsets, Stream Deck, laptop, monitors. We got the whole setup going. We'll post a picture of it on Twitter later, because it was pretty fun to set the whole thing up. Now, it's not like a production that the Invitational is running, but I think for homegrown in an Airbnb, not a bad place to start.
This is better than my setup, so we already exceeded it. It's fucking dope.
We're kicking off the Six Invitational weekend, and there's definitely a lot of watch party stuff coming, because we still have drops here going on, and also there's going to be a special drop for the reveal. We're going to get a chance to stream that as well, and there's still drops going on constantly for the Skull and Bones launch as well, which is this week. We could have drops going on. It's just wild. It's like Ubisoft just wants to give away a ton of stuff right now, and I'm really glad we ended up as part of the content creator program for that.
We're happy to help facilitate those giveaways.
Yeah. Glitter loves giving away stuff.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite parts.
And we're doing fantastic. We're doing fantastic. It's been a great day of whiskey has been involved.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
And they get all of it, including
whiskey has been involved.
Sipping and sieging.
Now for Fury, worse for wear
Their friend
because
Papa.
of it. Still a sneaky
and Alpha, but Alpha isn't here. He's
challenging them to properly drone.
Yeah, everyone's got to work occasionally. So here's the question. You said I'm a bleed fan. This SI stealth, absolutely, man. We added the Joel emote to the Siege Double Shot on purpose, because you're for sure not alone.
The mental warfare coming through.
For sure not alone.
Fury, once again, completely shut down
in
the opening moments. They don't have a single strategy.
Hey, good luck in the quals. We know that they're going on. Definitely crush it there. Love to be able to see you, and we'll talk about getting we'll talk about getting one of those games casted, man. That would be awesome. Keep it on in the background, you know. Keep alert going. Drops are active, so just pile up those esports pack. It's probably going to be battle pass points anyway, because that's what always happens. But just in case you get something good, leave it going, man.
That's what always happens for you. I get cool shit.
Just mute the tab, stealth. You mute the tab, and you're all good, man. You wish it was battle pass point. All right, we
legitimately, like, what? How many did you open the last time? Like 20 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 20 something packs, and probably 2 of them were not battle pass points.
Yeah, what I've been doing now is when we go through a major or an invitational, save up all of my esports packs as part of the watch parties, hold on to them and wait till the next season starts, and then open them all at the same time, so that way if they are battle pass points, then just get to collect them all and move forward in the battle pass really quickly. That's been the strategy, because now at this point the battle pass is all done, all completely finished, so opening them now totally worthless. So that is just pro tip for anybody: if you finish the battle pass, don't open your esports pack until after the invitational is over, then open them.
Or buy another account, allegedly, if you're allowed to do that.
Well, no, but the problem is that once you have to do it before. Once you earn the packs, you can't transfer them. So unless you sell them on the marketplace, but not everybody has access to the marketplace yet. So still working on it. But yeah, you're gonna get if you keep watching, you get esports packs. I think they're like 2 per day that are available. And when you go on Twitch, you can see how many. Looking at the upcoming campaigns, can see how many are available. But it's a lot. So if you don't get a new account, just wait until after the season ends. As soon as it's done, then jump in there and open them all.
Yeah, they don't have the info to, and that's the problem.
Yeah, you can buy another account.
Know where Fury are. There's a lot of noise happening
you can buy
around
another
the map,
account.
and there's like, all right, well, if I step up here and get some kills, what happens?
Well, this is it. You know, obviously we've got.
I know.
You know, we've shown a
Pro
little bit of
League for a
frustration with
week,
Fury,
and the man
you know,
is
we
out
can
here
do better,
proving
and they're
why
not getting
he's supposed to
themselves,
be there.
you know, put
9,
forward in the
4,
match.
and
Also,
5
they're
in the
a
current
little
game.
bit
9,
upset
4,
with
and
that.
5.
Actually making it really difficult.
So getting it done both on first touches and on any, right? With that 5 assists right now. Oh yeah, leading the server in assists, almost more than the rest of the every other player combined at this point. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, and speaking about Ambi, I know we talked about it at the setup, but Ambi was playing for Area Wise Academy during the Outlast Classic Series Season 2, so we got an opportunity to cast him a bunch of times as part of that, but couldn't find that Pro League spot because he hadn't turned 18. Turned 18, I think, at the beginning of February. So now here's got the opportunity, the first Pro League match and major, and it is the 6 Invitational, and he's already at 10-4 here in this game.
Is that a one-tap?
Yeah, that was a one-tap. Gotta love it. February 9th, yeah, there you go, man. Nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah, picked up immediately. Imagine being so freaking good at the game that you're underage and people are like, we gotta have that motherfucker like ASAP, the second.
They haven't set one up, Ace.
Yeah, it's would love to be able to see that happen to more people, because he was a great person to have. He was not a jerk about it. He was always like, you know, was not one of the keyboard warriors that's just talking smack the entire time in the server. No, guy just genuinely liked the game, and it was fun to have him be a part of a team that we were a part of. So really happy that he gets a chance to be in the Pro League.
Same thing with like Poison.
At one moment in time around
yeah.
They completely forgot that the other players on that team also have legs and can make rotations.
Yeah.
And just,
you know, not okay. I don't want to look too far.
We've had our fair share of
Yeah, it
yappers,
isn't
that's
one
for sure.
Sonic's full to get the job done. I think, you know, at this point it is reasonably likely that that's going to happen.
That's our job.
But, you know,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And Glitter will call you out if it starts happening too much, you know. Yeah, talk smack in there. Now, yeah, I really wish we could cover both of the games at the same time, because the Bleed M80 game, not because M80's in it, because I've definitely fallen off the M80 train, man. I really have. Just not feeling them.
Yeah, being an M80 fan's got to be like
we will get
being
a second map regardless.
a Lions fan
and that second map is going to be Border. That's Fury's pick. And honestly, I think that's quite a smart.
Damn, he busts out the Lions.
It's hard to be
busts out the Lions.
It simplifies things a little bit. You know,
I think you're right. Because I feel like the last time we actually got to see them be great was like the Charlotte Major when they were still the X-Set roster. We got to see them make it almost to the main stage. All right, did they make it? Somebody's gonna have to remind me. Pro might remember, but I think they made main stage for the finals at the Charlotte Major, and we're a great team at that point. And then transferred over to M80, and it feels like they've had success during the season, earned their spot to the Atlanta Major, earned their spot to the Invitational, and then have just fallen apart as part of their professional like major tournament.
Stage. I mean, NA is really rough as far as teams going right now. I mean, Oxygen, I don't even know if they have like a full roster currently.
Yeah.
You know, so it's rough out here for an NA.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're absolutely right, though. I don't want to see Bleed lose. But even if M80 is playing somebody else, I'm off the M80 train. So that leaves Dark Zero, Sonics, and SSG as the only hope here for NA. And Dark Zero so far has been looking great. Yeah, they're the team to beat for sure. Or I don't want to say about for sure, but that's what I'd like to think. And I know we got a couple other Dark Zero fans for sure in our chat and in some of the EU groups they're with. Yeah, but also this guy. Yeah, big Bolo fan. Bolo recognized you for your beard, man. We're at the Atlanta Major. And what's he say?
He says, I know that beard anywhere. And I even did this. I was like, who's here? Who's here with the beard? Me? This
Yeah.
beard? This beard? You know this beard?
Yeah.
Hi, Bolo.
And we got the epic intro video of check out the Siege Double Shot because Bolo recognized this man's beard.
You can actually see that on our Twitter. Actually, check this out right
to his name.
right there.
That's right. The Twitter's below the name, and thank you to Ubisoft again. I mean, they provided all of the stream graphics and overlays as a part of the Ubisoft content creator packages for those that got approved for the watch party. It's been cool that they included all of this, like, you know, all these cool graphics to bring along. The run out, the double run out from Citizen. Man. Oh. Did they have a claymore on the door? Is there a claymore down there?
On a bit of oxygen, nothing.
To this corpse of fury. Well, it ain't
Love
good.
seeing the Pokeball.
Right now
hey, Lenny, what's happening? How are you doing?
Lycolis and BG Man are both going to go down, and that is all.
Yeah, just hanging out for the watch party. Drops off, holding the angle there. The C. There's been a lot of C4 kills as well.
Tons. You lose the nade and you want to do it on the opposite end. Tons
Yep.
of C4 kills and Pokeball kills.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that that's an interesting it's an interesting thing that we've seen as a part of the change with the nades to me is that you used to see a lot of the defender the attackers playing below with nades. And so you'd have those like off-site conflicts way more often, right? Because if the attackers are looking for nades from below, they're going to spend a lot of time clearing the lower levels. And now that the nades from below don't exist, I don't think we're not seeing the attackers play vertically from below going up nearly as much. Like you're still seeing a lot of it's all vertical pressure down a floor. So what that does is it enables the defenders to play from below for the C4 up more often because they're not having the engagements from the potential attackers with nades from below. Right? It's like completely reversed the roles, but it's been good for the defenders on both sides. Well, the attackers lost the nade from below, and it's made C4 from below easier. So
really risky.
Why are we seeing fresh on the desks charts look like they're entirely defender sided? Explosives, man. Explosives a big piece of it.
Yep. Well, that and all of the OP operators are all defenders. I mean, we talk about what the 5 golden ringers of defense.
Very straightforward game for the Sonics. I really love that as they got more and more comfortable with what Fury were going to do, or lack of the moves that they were going to make. They just continue to press harder and harder on that accelerator to just see potentially what they could get. A lot more creativity and all those kind of things. I mean, especially going all the way back to round 1 where they
you're still seeing her brought all the time. Actually, you're seeing her brought more
that's going to be map 1 for us, folks. So we're going to toss you on over to the B stream where M80 and Bleed are playing some Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
Right? So now we see Mira play a ton more after the rework. It's not because she's better. It's because she's mid. And you have the chance to ban out a zombie, soulless Fenrir. The question has recently become, and it was posed by Papa himself, who got a little upset when I called Legion the cheese pig. Yeah, he was a little upset I called Legion the cheese pig because, and the theory was, you know, there's just somebody out there that can do it better, right? But he's now, since that rework, he's got the shoddy, the pocket shoddy, he's got the impacts, he's got the impact damage after they're done. Might be in the talks for top 5 contention. I mean, he was brought an incredible amount of time, including now.
Yeah, it could be. Hey, North, what's happening, man?
Hey,
thank you for joining us, North.
Yeah.
In person, my guy.
That's right.
Wish you were here for sure.
That's the truth. But you're so far away.
Oh, 5 minutes until the next map, so we get to watch a little bit of that Bleed M80 jumping in, and for sure, I think we're gonna see you at some point, man. That I'm sure of. The one thing that I feel like that's missing from the Bleed team, though, is that Whiskey plays for GK. Yeah. Yeah, want to see them go far.
Yeah, we want to see Whiskey clutch up on Whiskey in Cafe. The double shot.
The Whiskey's casting Whiskey on Whiskey.
Yeah, the double shot of Whiskey. That's a triple Whiskey shot. Whiskey casting Whiskey as he clutches on Whiskey.
Okay, so.
Does anybody else want a Whiskey?
Yeah. Now that you mention it.
I'm feeling like that deserves one.
Cheers.
I almost brought mine.
That's right. Yeah, we got the glasses here as a part of it, and you know, when we get we're trying to get kicked off here and get a few more people in. Want to have we're gonna do some channel point betting as well, so we're gonna set that up and definitely take recommendations on what you want to see as part of channel points here.
Oh yeah, and fun time. We've got Being Boozled, and we've got Being Boozled with both of us sitting beside each other.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a chance to double up on the.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't tell Albedo. That is it.
Albedo lives for the misery. Albedo lives for our misery. Yep, that's true.
Yeah, no. So North, definitely don't do that.
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Papa said, because he's here, he's IRL here.
Okay.
4 subs today. He will also get down on the Bean Boozled.
All right.
Triple up on stream, Bean Boozled.
Okay.
It's gonna be bad.
Giving a lot of ground here.
Let me hit up my Swedish friend.
No, you took that the wrong way. I said don't. Don't.
Yeah,
don't.
You misheard that.
Yeah.
See how that can happen.
Now when we were on the other stream for a second, we were talking some smack about M80, but they managed, it appears to have grabbed at least the first map, right? Looks like M80 won that one.
Where do you see that at?
Right up at the top, or is that the one that they're playing? Are we playing? Yeah, no. They won. They won their first.
What was the first map?
I think it was Oregon.
So
so we saw M80 win the first. So maybe that's all we had to do was talk some smack about NA live on stream, and then bam, they're gonna just hammer it out and win one. Yeah. Okay. Look at the runouts. I love aggressive defense. Now, of course, I mean, we need something to balance the attackers, because the last couple attackers we had have not been like true power attackers. Like Ram, you know, she's good. Her gadget is interesting. Like, it adds a cool dynamic to Siege in general. Like, I like the vertical clear, but she's just not. She's not the like a real power operator like we've seen Azami and Fenrir be as counterparts on the defense. And then who was before her? Grim and Brava. Right, Grim maybe. I mean, the fact that we saw Grim banned out in the 6 Invitational a couple times now.
More than a couple.
Yeah.
More than a couple. Yeah, Grim's been banned out a ton and played a ton, including right now.
Yeah.
Right this second. The intel that he provides is absolutely insane. And speaking of intel, Zero has seen so much gameplay during the Invitational. It's just proven that in this defensive meta, intel is still going to be reigning king. Brava, IQ, Zero, Grim, Flores, like those are the Dokkaebi's on the board. Who do they ban out? Oh, Monty.
Monty, yeah, yep. Although I don't really feel like Monty was a huge Oregon ban.
Monty has been huge all over the Invitation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Present in like every single map.
But still, before that, I think
For Oregon, I like if you're gonna play a shield on Oregon, I like the blitz better.
Yeah.
But you're right, Grim. So I guess that's my thought is this. The more recent attacking we need to see a real power operator on attack here coming up for this next season. I'm really looking forward to what we're gonna see attacking wise, because it's got to be somebody, you know, that brings a lot to the game compared to what we've got, what's come out so far. Ram was definitely cool, and I like her utility, but she definitely did not change the meta of the game. She just has some very specific sites where she's very good, like on Oregon when you're playing in the bomb sites in the basement. But there's just not enough of those locations for her to be great.
For her specific gadget, but she's still she's still being utilized a ton in the Invitational because like they're using her for quick entry, using her for sound cover up. She's got a great
Welcome
gun.
back to
And
the
yeah,
A-Stream, where we apparently don't lose our marbles a little more, as Des just said from that viewing on the beach. Great. Sonic, secure their
grinding
own
out
big
some music.
clubhouse.
Yeah, you do that,
Let's
North.
do
We
it.
appreciate you leaving it out and hanging with us for sure. Lurking is definitely cool. We love it, man. Bring it on.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Big
Matter of fact, I think I had at one point copied Fast Ann has a great lurk command in Nightbot. I think we might have to make sure we add that and include that in ours.
The first 2 rounds, they looked phenomenal. Well, I don't want to say phenomenal, but they were playing a good game of Siege, good trade game, getting those 2 rounds. And then immediately after that,
Fry versus Snow. We got Fry versus Snow, according to this giant graphic going on the screen right now. There it is, Fry versus Snow. Okay, Rexon. I can't believe Rexon so far has been the guy, but I mean, he pulled ahead of Ambi there at the end because he was sitting at it. It's a replay.
Big from Andy, always wanted to find those picks, whether that was on the entry kill on attack or whether that was
it
did feel like as well
in the replay, my guy, it's okay. Trust me.
Towards the end of that game, kind of
with it, I would think that.
They had some goofy positions.
Yes.
I don't know if Rexton
You know,
was looking at
and
inside of kitchen,
appreciate
if
that,
this was against
Sharky.
the
We're
team
like a,
Indianapolis.
I don't know if you were there when we were
It's
saying
going
it, but
well, okay?
appreciate
The team was having some fun. I
Ubisoft
don't think there's
providing
anything wrong
the
with that.
graphics
We saw
to
the final round,
the
Simpson
content
doing a
creator
double
partners
run out of
as a
garage,
part of
killing
it, but
5
also,
breachers
you
while
know,
the extra
brought
attack
all
was
of
on the
the
wall. I mean, there
brought
were
the
just so
streaming
many
setup with us.
very
So
aggressive moves that I frankly think better teams
Logitech
would've shut
Stream
down,
Cam
but they weren't playing better teams,
has
they were playing
been a great ad from a hardware perspective. Love that cam for sure.
It's no surprise to me. Again, seeing Fury come into this
Yeah.
and play it how they
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
I think it was
He
right
likes the
fit.
multiple
I
angles,
mean,
you know.
Fury didn't even open
We've
up
got a
the
couple,
river
you know.
now
We could add
until
a multiple
minute
angle in
none
here
of them
too.
are like
even
this.
Garage, like
It's
that was
gonna be
free
like-
to be open up
gonna
the
be like
entire
this
time, and they didn't get it till
clear
about a minute left, which
image,
makes
and
me
you're gonna look to
question
the
why
left,
you
it's gonna
left
be
this
one of those
map up
Prime
to begin
videos
with.
where
Yeah,
it's his
and coming
face
into
is,
this,
like,
especially, we
blurred out.
highlighted Abby was doing okay,
Witness how
young
we should
player,
win supposed
first
to.
LAN event, doing well.
Man, look at
you know,
Ambi
warming up
here.
into a
Entry
tournament,
2
then he
and
goes
2.
and
Okay,
pops
not bad,
45
but
KD on the first
KOST
map
of
that we see him on.
80%
Yeah, I mean, looking
in
at
the 6
Andy, I mean, and that's the
Invitational.
thing, he's
I
a
think that's
brand
pretty
new player. This is
impressive.
all brand new experience for him,
And
he's
look at
getting
the
in your face.
operators
He
that he
doesn't care
chooses
who
to
you are.
play
He doesn't
too.
care what region he's playing. He's gonna play the
Not
game
bad
of Siege
picks.
that
The
Andy wants
Mozzie,
to play,
P10
that Sonic
Ronnie.
sets him up to be able to
Yeah.
play, and he's doing it beautifully.
Yeah, we talked
Yeah,
about Crit's
it's
KD coming into this.
that's
I think
I'm
the key
surprised
part
at how
about
many
Crit's
people
KD being the fourth highest in the tournament before this match is Crit
play
wasn't playing against
Mozzie
Andy.
actually.
Crit,
Like I feel like we've
4-7 or
seen an
something coming,
increase in
after
him,
that map.
but that could be
Andy
because we
totally
saw
running
him a
away
lot
with
in
it, looks
Europe.
like the much better
A lot of
player.
European
Yeah, I mean,
teams
just think playing
like
smart
playing
in the early
Mozzie. I
game,
feel like
being
more
that
than the
entry that he
NA
needs to
teams.
be.
I think
He kind
it's
of played
just
like
speaking to
default
what we've been
entry,
talking about, right?
easy
It's that
siege, not
intel
easy,
is
but like
so huge.
making
We've
it look
seen double
easy,
intel
while his
outputs
teammates kind of
brought out on
flexed
the
around him,
defensive side.
did the
I
shenanigans,
can't tell you
caught
how
the
many
enemy team
times
off
we have
guard,
seen
right? He wasn't
operator
necessarily
line up
always
be either a
unexpected, but he was
Valkyrie and a
so
Mozzie
reliable to hit
or
that
a
first shot,
Valkyrie
and then
and a
backing
Maestro.
off when he needed to.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
two
starting off as well, you
BPs to
mentioned
go
it
along
yourself,
Yeah,
Max,
with
yeah,
it.
yeah.
that
You get the castle, you get the
plays
Jaeger
from the start of
BPs
Fury's
coming out.
influences of
Now,
potentially what
the
we
only
could be
way that
expecting from
works
them.
is if
In
Yogi
general,
is
what
for
you've
sure
seen this
banned.
series from the
Brava can
takeaways
take
that
up
Fury
to
could be
6 of them
taking
if
into
that
that next
Clutch
round.
Rogue stays
What they
alive.
need
but
to be doing is
but
playing the regular fundamentals
the
of Siege
dopamine,
of communication,
all
working
8
together,
of
having
your
general
Yeah, yeah. All you
ideas.
gotta do is
Because
take
on
down
these attacks,
one
I mean,
defender, and
me and Jesse
then
were talking about, we would
boom,
obviously
gone.
see them working together, but then they wouldn't do
And
anything with it. They
we
wouldn't
also
take
got
any
that
space. They
giveaway
wouldn't take
coming
any
up.
map control.
Got that
They
hat.
would just
You brought
double
it
up
with
with
them.
someone. Then
Oh, yeah, yeah. We're gonna break that out later. We did bring the Atlanta Major hat with us to continue to show off, because that giveaway is absolutely coming. Going to be part of one of the later streams here as we get close to the finals here for the 6 Invitational. So watching these guys you know, beat IRL, talking about the cast, doing the analyst stuff is pretty cool, and it's definitely it feels good to be able to be doing casting here in person. We are gonna try. Stealth said we should try and do a cast. Yeah. Yeah, and
game, and we need Border to be
you're trying to put together a LAN, aren't you?
Part of the reason we came
coming
here.
into this
Talk about
map
it.
veto from your side last year, you're like, oh,
Yeah, we're trying to
Clubhouse,
see whether or not a
something
LAN
interesting,
is
and
possible
it went
here,
not their way.
and the community LAN that took place in Europe was such a cool event that the community loved it, the casters loved it. We think the players really had a great time. Seems like the right thing to do to try and pull one of those ahead into NA, right? Let's make it happen.
Yeah,
We go
community
to
LAN.
Border, a map that Sonics have been a lot
Anybody
weaker
here
on,
would do
at least
that?
throughout the year.
Anybody
This
here
record,
get in on
the
that?
record this year,
Community
2
LAN.
Yeah,
wins
I
and
think we got
5
some. I
losses.
think we got some
That's
people
fine.
that
They
would
have
enjoy
played it once
community
already.
LAN.
It was against
North,
Scars,
this
and
is a
obviously
bit of
they're
a long
undefeated. They
community
won
for
that game
you,
against
but-
Scars, but it was a 7-5. And
Yeah, a
they
little bit
had
far to
struggles
go.
in that
Yeah.
map. So
for sure.
I do think that there's gonna be
community
some footage here to
nonetheless.
look back on. They clearly picked this map for a reason.
Now,
It should
okay,
be
we're
a
gonna
little
get
bit
to see
easier
though here
than
coming up your
Clubhouse,
favorite map.
but I think the big
Border.
thing is they're gonna have to work their
Mhm.
heads
You know
out of
what?
that
It's
momentum
crazy.
spiral, because it was
What?
round after round after round
Border
for
is
Sonics. They weren't
now
just playing default Siege. They were
crazy.
making sure Fury knew, hey,
My
we are
second
beating you and we're
favorite
beating you bad. They were talking in
No
the chat.
way.
Fury got to put that
has
map
been
behind them, get it out of
usurped.
their heads, and
It
really
has
focus in
been
to
taken
perform here
away
on
the
Border.
Yeah, you
title.
say that they picked Border for a reason, but that's also
belongs
something that we
to
were thinking about Clubhouse.
Yes.
They let it float for a reason.
Based
Wasn't
on your
necessarily the
energy
case. You said
level
it yourself, Sonic
when
does
the
have a couple
when the
of
map
thoughts
bans
potentially
come
we were
out, my
looking at
guess
the side
would
of Fury.
be
They could to look back on. They come up with strategies, but realistically, from what we've seen,
Nighthaven.
Nighthaven, it's got everything. It's freaking huge. It allows for that alternative entry. It's got cab potential. The cab cams are insanely be able to be placed. You know, it's got the two-floor verticality. It's got all of that soft
head into the
floor.
map and figure out whether or not counter-stratting on border is something that you're can bring to the
map.
table.
I love
That's
it. Playing
exactly
it,
what they
watching
need if they
it,
want to
trying
fight
to
for that
strat
first
it.
or second spot
I
in
love
their
disagreeing
group.
with you when you
Let's
pick
head over to our
kitchen.
casters.
We see that we have. I feel like we have seen Kitchen played almost never, right? It reminds me of Kitchen Dining on Oregon because nobody plays it except apparently for Liquid.
They did it. They broke the curse.
Yeah.
Liquid Dining won by a defense. The 100% win rate for attackers is no longer the case. It's only 99.9.
Yeah. Every single time a team played the dining site on Oregon, they lost in the Atlanta Major. So now here in the 6th Invitation, we can't say that's true because Liquid did it. They won on that Kitchen Dining site. Crazy that actually happened. So now, like you called it, Dokkaebi banned out. Banned out here on Border. She's gone, and so is Brava. And I think Brava's an interesting one for Border because I feel like some of the Ying probably is more important for this map because of like the quick pushes in Bathroom Tellers or Armory Archives. That seems like an interesting one.
I think I disagree with you. Because we're so intel focused, because it's so top floor oriented, I don't know, Bravo's the pick here. I bet you almost, you see the Valkyrie that got taken off the board in that next ban, that's some intel gone, almost guaranteed we're going to see freaking Mozzie Maestro combos, almost guaranteed. Yep, and I think it's going to be held up top.
Okay. Well, there it is. Oh, Hydrate in the chat. Say less. Cheers.
Their rounds become a lot easier once they've got into that position.
Oh yeah, man, that's good. Okay, so we got these guys coming up. Now here's the question: who is gonna win this one? Is Sonics going to take it, my guy?
Well, you know that we hate to be. We're not. We're never biased as casters.
Definitely.
Right.
That's true.
But in this case, we're not casting it.
That's right, we're not casting. It's watch party time.
You freaking got this, and the SiegeDoubleShot is behind you, my friend.
Yeah, I'm 100% in for that too. Fury they've never been a team that I've been particularly attached to. Haven't found anything yet to this point to make me want it. So certainly as a pair of NA casters, would like to see Sonics, but Sonics plus Ambi plus I think Geo too, right? Geo part of a couple great teams before joining Sonics. Part of that the Oxygen team. I like Geo. I like him. So having this is was Geo on TSM?
Yeah.
Was he on the winning team when they won SI? Yeah, so I like the fact he's kind of like a he's a calm guy, right? Like a rock. Yeah, I like him on that one. And look at this, he's playing Osa, right? Breaking out the shield, right as you say. He's like the Monty. He's playing the shield op here. But yeah, so having those two players, and I think trading out, you still have got Grixer and Rexen, absolute gunners there. But this is a team that I like. I like it a lot better than the M80 squad.
Triple wall for office as well. Really wanting to go for this archives attack, at least for the
love Geo
they're showing right now.
Yeah, straight up. That's when I started watching
time that we saw on Border. So if you did the research, you'll know that he likes to play in that window. And a very nice shot.
That's funny. I was about, that was the first that run was really the first time that I got very be wrapped up in a major in the pro league. Like even I was driving to while the grand final was going on. I was driving to North Carolina, and it's a 12-hour drive, and we listened to / watched on the car speakers the entire grand final, and it got to the point where it was the last map, and if Empire won, then it was going to the decider, and if TSM won, then it was over. And we were about like 10 minutes away from our destination, and the map is almost ending, and Pro looks over at me and he's like, if Empire wins this, we're gonna drive around for another hour. Like, I'm not getting out of the car and leaving this match like that, because we were going to family and we could not pause the match. He's like, I'm not going in and pausing this if they don't win. Like, TSM has to win this right now, otherwise we're gonna drive around the city of Raleigh for like an hour listening to that final map. I'm not having it happen. It turns out we didn't need to. Empire lost, the TSM won that, but it was like we were like pulling into the driveway when it happened. It was so close. Albedo, hey, thanks for no, never mind. I'm kidding. I was about to say thanks for joining the chat, but the next message said I heard there might be beans involved. I did bring Bean Boozled with me, because if you hadn't seen, this man is IRL today. That's right, Siege Double Shot in the same place, and
that's my lovely wife right
Your
there.
wife did it?
The .com just subbed for the second month because she wanted to see the beans.
What?
Wow, Beano!
Alright, can we rewind time for a minute to the part where you were like, hey, you know what we should do? Rewind time to the point where you say we're gonna do Bean Boozle just because I left it in here. Wow. North is like, how many was that? How many was that?
That seems like handful type material. That's what it seems.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go get it.
Okay.
I didn't even have it here sitting next to us because I wasn't prepared for that. I thought it was a long shot.
So send us to a quick BRB and let's get set up for the beans.
Okay. All right, hold on one sec. Here we go.
Really big play from Fury. I was just going to say, on the defense last time, that's where they showed us their best. They were able to get those entry kills, and they were able to sort of give Sonic something to think about. They hadn't done that in round 1. And they'd lost the entry here, but good to see them getting a couple of kills. Nice movement from them, letting the Sonics know that they can't just take areas and sit there. They will be punished, and Fury are willing to move around and try and hit them on the flank. Good stuff.
Patience now from the Sonics. They don't want to overdo it. Obviously, those two big bodies going down is not something that you want to trifle with. Or respect needs to be given in this scenario. Fury, or at least trying to keep things rolling on this top floor. Still two bodies remain here, as BG Man being one of them. He's going to try and stick around Office as Sonics quickly working their way across. And actually, BG Man going to be the only one around this space now. Nine's going to go down, so this might start opening things up towards the site, especially with that Echo gone. Don't have to worry about those yokais anymore. A big moment here for BG Man. What's going to happen in between these two on the triple wall? BG, he goes down to Grixer. It was such a close fight, but Sonics, they've gotten the man advantage back.
Ambi's been able to drop the hatch here, try and get into bathroom. Didn't know exactly where Crit J was, and he's played his game well here as Crit J. There's the 1v1 now. Grix are going to move in, knows where the last man is, sees him on the peak, but can do nothing about it. Crit J closes it out, and that was actually a pretty nice hold from Fury. Just keeping hold of Office for as long as possible. Crit J drops away at a good point, gives himself a strong position inside a bathroom to fight from, and Fury close out the round 1 each.
Sonic's doing a very good job of at least making it, you know, an open opportunity for them to try and take that round away from Furia, especially after the circumstances that befall them earlier, losing Citizen and Rexen inside of CCTV. Definitely not going to be something that assists you down the line and picking up another round. So round 3 now ahead of us here after Sonics fail to launch in round 2. Fury obviously bringing it down to the wire inside of that 1 versus 1, but very well met by Crit J.
Beautiful use of the vertical there from Grixer, but yeah, overall, I like that Fury were able to waste enough time up top there. You can see 10 seconds on the clock when Sonics were ultimately trying to drop on into sight. It was much better than they've maybe done on the first round, so that's going to set them up hopefully for a few more here on border, and they can start really making a game of this. They're just going to move across on that ground floor. They're not going to go back up to Armory yet. Obviously the Sonics' win on that round up on the top floor was pretty convincing, so it's going to be ventilation and workshop. I think a good choice from Fury.
Yeah, most definitely. Pretty solid shout when it comes to border. One that used to be the immediate second option back in the day. No Armory lockers, immediately downstairs after success. This time around, though, it's going to be in the 3rd slot here for Fury. And we're going to be on the fink at this time around. This might assist with them getting softened up. We've been seeing quite a few bouts go back and forth in between these two teams where both respective parties just take a little bit of damage. That can definitely assist them in that regard. So we'll see what AMB can muster with this operator. A few other line changes, obviously, as well. Geo will be bringing in the Rotero drones.
And Camby just signaling there on his way past the fact that detention is reinforced, but at the minute Grixer on the ace is right around on the other side of the map, so I don't know if the Sonics were maybe planning on getting detention open and just applying a little bit of pressure from there. We saw them do it in the last round, but it doesn't look like it's going to be possible for them this time, so I like that from Fury, just adapting and thinking, well, if you want to play in from detention, we'll reinforce it, we'll make you use some utility or time to do that, and the Sonics have chosen not to. So BG Man going to be holding on to the main door, trying to stop them getting across that threshold for the time being. We do see now that detention has been open, so something that they need to be aware of, but almost halfway through the round.
Sonics slow to the punch here, though, but this windup could be something else. As we've seen, this is definitely not a squad that is just doing things lackadaisically. This is all in strategy. Going to be able to take down Lycolis early on here as well. 0-3 to start this map. Definitely not the same stuff that we saw over on Clubhouse. We were starting to warm up early on, but obviously started to peter off later on as well. So, looks like Sonics, though, at least for right now, a quality ahead of them. If they have anything to say about it, it's down to BG, man. Might be able to stop Geo, but on second thought,
you know, that was made especially for you.
This entire site opened up a tad bit.
Yeah, for Albedo. Yeah, yeah, that was essentially a custom emo because of this. So, yeah, we had to take a break, but there, and actually this is a lot easier to see when we've got the good cam out in person here rather than trying to focus on it on the tiny little cam we got. So now the thing about it, Albedo, is, you know, if you eat them one at a time, you can tell, you know, the reaction more, but if you go a handful, they're guaranteed to all be bad. The whole thing is bad. I'm thinking that's the way you want to go.
Yeah.
So,
and also, say hi. And
Papa's
also,
here with
Papa
us.
gonna be helping us out with some beans today as well.
That's right. I'm saving. I'm gonna pull the blue ones out. I'm not gonna pull
So
a
you're
J.
getting a three for.
Those are one for each of us to clear out.
Excellent.
The
chaser.
Okay.
So I think a good timeout call there. Just to try and
all right, Albedo, you're ready. Here we go. This is the first.
Defense or nothing right now for them. I mean,
I think you need one more. He's missing one.
Being able to change up things too drastically on that
'Kay.
offensive side. But
I'm trying to be positive, Sam. I'm being optimistic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm the eternal
So what do
optimist.
you potentially have?
Now, when I open this bag up, it's like just unbelievably bad. It just smells so bad.
Ooh.
But I will say this: they definitely do make a smart call, especially after that.
You're welcome to do as many. I mean, you don't have to. This is for us, Papa. You know.
I mean, Border has a 56% defensive win rate right now.
Okay.
We'll just have to see if Fury can potentially put something
All right. Well,
together on this.
he wanted to be in on it more, so here we go. And Albedo, you better confirm for me in the chat that you're actually there.
Yeah, Albedo, are you here? Albedo, can you hear me?
He goes, is it really that bad? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really that bad.
It's really that bad.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm saving the toothpaste flavor for afterwards.
Okay. Well,
all right.
Albedo, we love you, and also
really that
fuck
bad?
you, and also we love you. Thank you so much.
They've opened it up again, but I'm not sure if it's going to be the play or not. We'll see whether.
Well, I had a good one to start.
Quickly. This time it's going to be an Orsa shield that they play behind.
At this point, I've seen Citizen do this setup for East here so many times.
I had a really bad one
I'm
next,
gonna start doing it every time I get on Border. Just no, man, run my way over to East, toss the cam up, get it up on the little balcony ledge up on the top of the roof there.
If you hurl on the couch, I'm gonna be pissed.
Balcony for top square. It's a beautiful piece of the map, and with Border being so tiny, really no matter what site you're going to, East Stairs is always going to be a solid consideration that you're going to have to care about. So just
Don't tell me you got all good ones, bro, because I'm gonna be pissed.
Especially because you can build off of it so very easily. Now for Citizen, is actually going to go around and actually going where we saw Ambi the last time. This is how we saw Ambi enter.
I'm telling you, man, the taste of dead fish just overwhelms everything in your mouth.
Approach from Sonics, you know, just slowing things down a little bit, using those drones. That's a fair point that Fury have actually done a good job of taking out that information utility. 6 have been dropped now, only 4 drones remaining. We can see the Talon Shield just pushing in here with Geo wedge firmly behind it. Going to take a little bit of damage from the impact nade, although it will.
Oh man, the worst part about Jelly Bellies is they stick to your teeth and you can taste it for like
manages to pick up I9, walks into sight and finds
minutes after. I can't even swallow it. Did you swallow yours? He's about to hurl on the couch. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Which was a trade. Wrexham picks up Dark, and it's all up to that last man. Like all this inside. Trying to fight back, but has he got a mountain to climb? And Wrexham,
how is that, Papa?
Him back down to the base. And that
amazing.
Sonics taking another round.
No,
it's 3-1.
You're not feeling amazing.
What a way to pull their vision. I mean, the Sonics have so many things
yeah.
going on over on the east side.
Papa's regretting his life right now.
You know, focus is
I think the worst part for me, yes, getting stuck in your teeth is
he just hops inside of
pretty horrendous.
And
it's
kills
the
2
burp.
people practically immediately. Look at this. He just hopped in the window. You see everybody trained over what's happening with Osa and all of these other things.
Yeah, Albedo, I was fighting it. I was fighting demons, straight monsters, and the only thing that I kept tasting is dead fish wrapped in old bandage.
Timing to try and destroy those things and assist them in some of those gunfights later on down the line.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, God.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, yum.
Here we go. 5 rounds almost done. 4 on the board. It's 3-1.
It's like eating trash. Yeah. Yeah. It's like if you win and you're like, I'll request your finest trash platter. Whatever you have that's at the bottom where all the juices are.
Did a good job of holding top floor.
All right. Here, you can have it. You can have a toothpaste to clear it out.
Clear this out.
Hold on for as long as possible. Crit J then dropping back down and just giving a real multi-layered defense that Sonic struggled to break
toothpaste.
down. It was much
what is
better
that?
Play from them. So
yeah, actually,
we're try and see more of the same, but the
North, we have no idea what that is.
Focus to office this time and clear
but
those 2 out so they don't cause them the same sort of problems. Worth mentioning, so
if it's
far,
horrible,
4 rounds, 4 entry kills,
we'll eat it
Sonic.
on stream.
So it just means that Fury are basically playing this one 4v5 almost. They're taking that loss every single time. I'd like to see them come.
I don't know why whoever agreed to do that.
Are you ready for your?
They're just getting cheeky this time.
This is the washer downer.
Rude, Ben. Like,
Yeah, see that the blue ones are toothpaste or toothpaste or
blueberry or something.
Hoping that this breaks down the same way it did the
yeah,
last
blueberry.
time, but
Mine was
obviously not the
toothpaste.
same setup. The last
Yeah.
time
Way
we
better
saw
than
this,
dead fish.
I thought they were
bandage.
supposed to be 50-50, but they're
That
definitely
is
not.
that is not the
50-50 at
case.
as well as Rexon, but
Not even close at all.
trying to make sure that that exact fate doesn't befall them again.
So
That obviously, well, eventually did lead down to the 1 versus 1.
Yeah.
It's
just better than dead fish.
Was a little bit too solid in mechanical movement there. Was able to shut him
North
down in
it.
that
So,
moment.
all right, if it's a delicacy, you're gonna have to tell us what is a delicacy like. I'm assuming based on the way that y'all are talking about this that it's not good at all. Maybe we're gonna have to Google some. And then decide whether or not it's worth it. We're not gonna die eating it, right? Is it like that kind of level? I feel like I need to know that. Oh, it's fine. Oh, it's fine. Albedo said it's fine.
Yeah, we trusted that.
It gives that support to Dark this time up there, again supported by
that's
Man up in.
All right, wash it down.
Whiskey. Yeah, I need to wash that down too. I washed it down with a beer and a whiskey.
They've got themselves in CCTV.
One shot.
Moving across the map here, just as I say that, Citizen does pick up I-9, and that clears up East there, so they can start sweeping across to
that
office.
was
Just need to make sure
that was rough.
they've got enough time left on the clock if they do need to drop and get a diffuser plant down.
No?
Starting to build up in a very similar way.
Yeah, it's bad, right?
Saw the last time, all those
and that was your first time
it was bad.
foray of the Bean Boozled. He ate a whole handful.
Yeah, normally you're normally supposed to start with 1, not go for the 10 to start with, but it was impressive.
I can guarantee that you can eat it at least once.
The way you say that,
yeah, that
sounds
freaks
dangerous.
me out. And that freaks me out.
I guarantee you could eat it at least once.
You'll be able to find him. The dying moments of that round looked a little scary for the Sonics, but able to get things done, especially after they take out
I don't know if the stream heard that, but Papa said if somebody donated 10, that he would eat the whole bag.
Bag.
And Gio was immediately behind him
Oh,
with the
canned
diffusers, 'cause
fish?
what they didn't want to do, they knew that first man probably
That doesn't
dies
sound
for
good.
lifeless,
No,
but he can't necessarily
canned stuff
get
is
both of
already
them.
bad.
So send
Yeah.
the
I
diffuser
can't
in
imagine
second,
a
so
world
it's
where
not getting
fish would
dropped
be
down
better
cold on the ground.
if it
You
came
can just
from a
come in,
can.
bang, finish the kill if
Yeah,
you need
no,
to,
that
straight
sounds
away
like a bad
over to
combo.
plant. So again, even though
I knew
there's a
some
little
mountain
bit of a Hail
climbing
Mary in
guys
the
that
last
used
10
to like
seconds, we're just
use
gonna have to brute force this.
sardines
It was
as
still
a
thought out and
good
planned, and
source
it
of
worked.
protein.
It was good from the start.
Because they're packed in little cans, so you could like take it backpacking really easy. But that was absolutely nothing I ever got into. Like, forget that, man.
I had some ghost pepper fried sardines once.
Ghost pepper fried sardines? Holy smokes.
That's a pretty fat margin. Obviously, it does have a heck of a lot
No,
of the sample size. Obviously, not as large as these other sites. But
At the pizza, when I worked at Papa John's, you could order an anchovy pizza, obviously, but we had a special pizza cutter that was only for the anchovy pizzas because once you used it once, it was like the smell and the taste was like on the metal pizza cutter. So you had to like keep them separate. There was the anchovy pizza cutter, and then there was the everything else pizza cutter because they couldn't be mixed.
Iceland has rotten shark as a delicacy.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna pass on the rotten shark.
For 50 subs, we'll eat rotten shark.
No,
I think that's, one of the things that
yeah, no, that we can't even get it.
You don't know that. Everything is possible.
I'm changing my address if
it's not something you can hold on to through the entire round. You're usually just trying to waste
texture might be kind of bad. Yeah, I could see that.
Sounds,
yeah, that does sound horrible.
That sounds like 50 subs worth of terrible.
Can be very difficult. We can see the Sonics just approaching it from passport. They're opening the wall directly into customs again.
Oh man, Bean Boozled just taints the taste of the monster.
There is the entry kill that I was asking for. Lycolis manages to pick up Grixer, and Crit J follows up with another. It's all falling apart for the Sonics here in round 6.
Well, I talked all that.
That's a legitimate.
No. Not 15. 5-0. Rotten Shark, that's a 50.
Definitely working for Fury, isn't it?
Yeah, agreed.
Here, but he's more than likely not going
And Lenny, I completely agree. White Monster is the best.
100%. You're always trolling.
100%.
You straight troll. You're trolly troll.
Could just take his time here. See if they want to talk about things once they switch over to the defensive end.
Yeah,
but he's
North
a beautiful
is
trolly.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And actually, I mean, we like the trolls.
Probably down on paper, knowing the Sonics.
You have too much Monster.
And,
I haven't had an energy drink outside of one bang. I had one bang.
I think that's
like
it for now. It's one of those moments where if you're trying to bait a couple of kills, is 1v5. You know, if two people get greedy and decide
cutting
to
back
have
on
a
the
look
energy
and
drinks,
all of a
like
sudden
completely
1v3,
cut them out.
maybe a different
Wow.
matter. Peeks around the corner.
That's amazing.
Nice
now,
for Gio.
there's
Doesn't take
copious
any
amounts of
damage hardly
coffee.
as well, and that's
It
important
takes a
for
lot
him.
to
He's
get
going
to
to try
600
moving
milligrams
around now,
like I was
see if he
drinking
can
before.
sort of bait
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
else
Cup of
in, see if
coffee's
he can
got
find
65.
challenge from anybody. Does see
65
one, but it will be the
65
last
milligrams
receipt.
of
Fiji
caffeine
matches
in a
him
cup of
back through the
coffee, so
window,
you'd have to drink
absolutely,
10
you know, we would have
to match
expected that
your-
side
I'm
to
not
be
drinking
tougher
10
for
cups of
Fury,
coffee.
but
At least 4 or
maybe
5.
they
bang
decided the
level.
difficulty turning up all along.
All right,
They
so
get it
that
done.
you're in like
It's gonna be a
the
second
you're in
round,
the
all honesty,
the
with the
single
way that the
bang
Sonics have
territory.
looked in
That's
some of those
crazy.
rounds, 2-4
Yeah.
isn't the worst half for
Yeah.
Fury on
That
the
burp
defensive border there.
almost
Yeah,
made me
most
throw up
definitely.
on the spot.
Now, Sonics
Like, legitimately, I almost
forming
puked
their
forward.
magic over on the
That was
defensive
so
end
bad.
of
I
things.
forgot we ate
Obviously, the more
BeanBoozled
successful side of
and had a
things.
beer
Across
burp.
practically
Yeah, they're
every
pretty
single map
bad.
we
That
have
was,
available in the pool right now. I think the closest one is 19
That was
labs,
fucking
I wanna say.
terrible.
Yeah. Curiously enough, do you want to
Yeah.
know the least defender side of maps right now?
He says that's
Bucket
terrible.
Wars
Yeah,
blows
no,
your
it
mind.
is absolutely
It's
is.
Nighthaven Labs with a 54%
It's worse
overall.
than
The
it's
one
worse
that's
than
tied
you
with it is
imagine.
half
Oh
A.
yeah, that would
For
have been
sure.
everywhere. That would have been
That's just because of our
the stream is
cocktail.
probably
Don't
over
get me
at this
started
point.
on top floor cafe.
Because
Oh
whiskey
yeah,
literally
because
sucks.
the streaming setup is in front of you. If you
People
puke and it
stop
gets on
spraying
any of
bar
the
and cocktail.
equipment,
If Tim
like
stops insisting
that's
on
it.
going to
That's
the
it,
top
man.
That's
floor,
it. He doesn't do
Cafe
puke.
would probably
He
have
doesn't do
about a
it.
60%
Unless it's in
defender win
jelly
rate,
bean form.
and it'd be
I
in there
well,
with it.
and
The-
I mean,
the
you know,
amount
I've
of
cleaned up some
timestamps
puke
have
in
been
my
played,
day.
like 15,
If you
16,
have
and
if
it's
you have
been
kids at all,
120%,
you've cleaned up puke.
19%.
So
So,
I have
you know,
kids
it's been
and
but
have
still
cleaned
been
up puke.
picked
Yeah.
16 times by
Yeah.
defenders.
Welcome to
You
the
know, if
Siege
you
Double
look at
Shot.
other
We're talking
sites that
about
have got
child
such a
puke.
small, you know, win rate for the defenders.
I mean, we can go back to talking about the game too. I'm
Is there a
okay with
game?
that because if you're a Sonics fan, you're happy with the current state of this. You're happy with the current state of this game because they're winning, right? I
Yeah,
think
4-1.
4-2. 4-2.
Life would be a little bit better over there.
These they look like they're gonna take these guys down for sure. It's
Yeah,
over.
Fury is
It's
not
over.
really been relevant to the
I've got a point.
conversation.
I've been saying
I
it for
don't see them
years.
doing
The,
anything.
the stats
Yeah,
have never
same.
backed defenders on
Lenny,
top
we
floors.
appreciate that,
At
man.
best, I
Hey,
think
yo.
at
Really?
the absolute peak that I've seen it, it's been like 50-50.
Huge
And
fan.
that's
We
still not
are
great
as
for a
well.
defensive side. You're still wanting those
Hopefully we
sides
got
that are like
some
60,
merch to help show
65%
your
in favor of the defenders.
Oh yeah.
You know,
coming
but
out
it's
pretty soon.
Generally been no better
Oh no,
than
I don't have it. I was gonna show the sticker,
Yeah, I
but
put it on my guitar case.
So crazy.
I got
We used
a.
them already, folks.
We got some Siege Doubleshot stickers, but since we
Yeah.
put them on stuff already, can't show you. Damn it!
I don't complain about the side
You
too
know
much.
what?
I complain about it being
Probably put
picked.
my
I don't
case
mind
in
watching it because it gives us an opportunity to see the
Oh, the
attackers
whole
have their
case.
fun.
Yeah, yeah,
He
very
did. He
true,
brought his
very
guitar.
true,
He brought his
and,
guitar
you know,
because he's
I
been
think,
doing
there's a
some
lot of comparisons
songwriting
from way back
as
in the
well
days,
as
just
part
being
of
that
as
side
part of
so
this
he
trip.
was the first one to
And
use
I gotta
the
say,
yellow
one
and
of
it's
my
like,
favorite
well,
things that
it
we've
was
seen
broke,
so
it
far
fixed
this
it, but,
weekend
yeah, as Ace has
was
pointed out,
the
it's a
Whiskey
little
Glitter
broken,
take
isn't it?
The stats
on
are pointing out.
The Way I Am by Eminem.
Yeah, you look across all of those sites as well. 19 selections
Probably
for reading
one of the
19 for
greatest
service cooking, 60
musical
for bar cocktail,
compositions
and
that
60
I've
for
heard
dining.
in a
And all the
while.
other
It
bomb
was
sites are
it was
well
really
over
it was
55%.
really great. Like
This is it, Manny Dining's a
the
good
Mary
buy, you know,
River
direct comparison.
Eminem
They've got
mashup
16 picks each at
was
SI24.
better than
19%
you
win
guys
rate
can
for bar
imagine for sure.
cocktail, 69%
Yeah.
win rate for Man in Dining. Like, the sample size is exactly the same, you know.
Yep.
It tells you.
Yeah.
But, hey, oh, that's cafe. We're on board. We're on board.
We're putting it-
I can get dragged into
Hold my
it
beer,
too
hold my
easily,
beer.
Stokes. I can get dragged into it too easily.
Hold my
I'm putting a
whiskey,
cap on
let's
this,
see.
Ace. I can't let you
We
know
need
what
to
it is.
Just the
move
right
it. We
amount
need
of
to
whiskey.
I was
yes, you
enticing
can
you
sing
too
it
much.
in
I gave
there.
him the stat pad and everything, folks. He's ran across the room with it. I was trying to fight him for it, but Ace is just too strong. That's the thing. So Back to business.
Yeah,
here.
so that one's good. Hopefully we're gonna get some of that as part of the stream. Whether or not it's today or tomorrow, that's for sure for sure part of the plan.
Well, as of right now, Fury
Yeah.
staring down the
Yeah, okay.
barrel of losing
So tomorrow,
2-0
heard it here.
fashion here as
Gonna
the
bust out
Sonics
and
on
maybe
demand
hear
of
that
the defense. We just
that
waited
guitar
for
come
Herb
out
to come back
with
up. They're actually looking
the
at backroom tellers for their very
Mary
first
River
defense. I'm gonna be starting things off in
Eminem
the
mashup.
Sonics Armory. And in fact,
Yeah.
On the
sites,
spot.
this one
Oh, yeah.
actually has a straight
Sure.
50.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing it.
Live
Yep.
on stream. We're gonna
Whether the
attempt
Sonics can turn it over, Fury need
back
to
with
get
a pack of
themselves in the
zigzags.
building and
Yep.
establish. That's the important bit on board.
Yep,
Get yourself
acoustically,
established,
yeah.
Get yourself a foothold, and then
Oh,
work
man.
from there. Fury,
All right,
you've got
4-2.
that
I was
opening
feeling
kill.
like
It's the first one in
we were
6
seeing
rounds.
Sonics
You got to
dominate
round
this
6.
thing because that was
Perfect time.
4-1.
Come into round 7, get
But
yourself another entry.
4-2 doesn't
Best
seem
foot forward,
as
give
crazy.
yourself
Of
every
course,
opportunity to
they
win.
did do it on
That's what
attack,
Fury fans, I'm sure, are gonna be
and
looking
he's
for.
gonna
I'm
run
looking
out. He's
particularly
playing Legion
here
though,
at
and not the
Rexen.
Oryx.
Yeah.
On that Oryx. Those hatches
Rexen.
are going to be
There's
open.
an Oryx on the
Fury have shown
Playing-
us previously
Boy.
they've not always been thorough enough with the droning.
It's that gun.
Rexen is going to be
I told you.
slippery.
It-
He's
it's
going to
not
be
just the
moving
gun.
around the map. If
Herc's
he can
unique
get up and
ability
down
to
those hatches,
first
switch his
line
positions, they need to make sure
faster
that they're
than any
catching him
operator.
out.
Allows for him to be in
Ambi,
that defensive
the run
meta,
out
in that
onto
alternate
dark in
entry
perfect
meta, where he
timing,
can go
perfect
and deny
transition.
the one single
Understood
point
what
of
they wanted
entry,
right off spawn.
for 30
Practically a
seconds, 40
highway
seconds
for
to die
operators
spot.
out there,
If he
and if you
gets a
just
kill,
know
great.
that
If he
timing
gets a
well
kill
enough,
and get
more than
past
likely
sight, especially
gonna
by
catch somebody
conversion,
off
has to
guard.
get out of there.
And honestly, Ambi's still very safe on
Yeah.
that swing as well. You know, if there's nobody
Yeah, for
there,
sure.
more than likely you can just run back.
And
and
we're
life.
definitely in
So why not at
for
the end of the day, right, Ace?
It's a tough fight up
the-
onto that balcony. If you're
is it
looking for the
Mema?
bottom as well,
Mema dinner?
You know, the person on the balcony has got a much better view. You can
I don't
see
know.
the entire
No,
operator,
something-
whereas
something-
looking up at
something
Ambi
that
in
you can eat
position, you
at
just about
least
see
once.
shoulders and head, and it's a tough fight to take. But Ambi, yeah, taking full
No, I think that
advantage
might have
of
been something
great
different.
start For Sonics managing to get that entry. We've got good, quick movement here. This is what I like. Fury are getting in. They need to win a gunfight.
Classic.
Quick J, he's forced them back. That's good.
Nailed
they can
it.
start taking this ground now. Needs more moving in with him. Get that pressure building.
If there is
We need a little gasoline here for Fury.
Yeah.
Oh, Citizen.
I don't think he's talking about
Not
those kind of
going to be
snaps.
Able to actually end up getting that player that I do believe was on half wall there. Unfortunate
Literally on-
circumstances
no.
befalling him, sadly.
Snap. So
Now,
snaps must be something that
still
goes
rather than
with
him
it.
try and take this
You guys are
Citizen,
you're gonna have to help
out
fill us
the
in.
Defense, so rather the offense from the defensive perspective, his nitro cell,
Yeah.
rather his teammates' nitro cell, be able
Is
to
it-
pick
is
him
it-
up.
is it this
Fortunately
kind of a
enough,
snap?
Nine will get him off the
Gotta
ground
be.
with that adrenal surge. as they'll
I don't
inject him with a
I
little
don't think so.
adrenaline,
No.
throw him back.
Oh, it's
Oh,
booze.
yeah,
Oh,
no, definitely
North,
with
say
snaps.
less.
Snaps.
Able to garner
I
here,
need
Ace.
more
They're
snaps
down
now.
to a minute
I need some
remaining,
snaps
and
now.
Fury rather.
Yeah, say less.
We're for sure in for that. Unless it's Rotten Shark Boots.
In terms of his life, Crit J's got
Yeah,
a
yeah,
on there.
okay.
You know, he really probably should have been losing that, but quick
57.
movement from out 9 and quick action got him back on his feet.
BG, man.
In position now. You know, they haven't got the verticals.
Oh,
they did
no.
before, but with
BG
Ambi
man
down
grabbing
there,
a triple.
4-4,
It's all
there
up
may
to
be an
Geo.
opportunity here for
He's only
Fury
got
to
an
start
assist so
taking
far.
ground.
6 rounds in, man. 0 kills, 0 death, 1 assist. Is this going to be the round where he comes alive? Plant's going down.
Another body out. I9 almost losing his life as well. They have the opportunity to catch him at the
was there
bottom of the
rehost?
east, and they do. Citizen taken out. 3 versus 2. 3
Oh.
versus 1.
Alright, yeah, never mind. Everybody's at 0.
Another attack from Fury coming in here. Real opportunity. 15 seconds.
In 6 rounds?
Geo finally
Nitro cell to his name and very low HP now as well.
Well, you know, obviously what happened here is that we I'm gonna have to refresh the stream because we're predicting the future.
Geo will end up going down. And
I think we're
actually, he did
predicting the
end up
future
killing
anyway.
BG, man.
reliving the past.
Yeah.
When he jumped over initially, I thought it was
No, I think
all
we
she
were
wrote
predicting the
right
future.
there is at
All right, there we go.
4-17
All right.
down on him, but
Reload back
either way,
in.
Sonics still maintain their lead after Fury
Replay
took a
time,
mark
yeah.
down on this offensive
2-4. Okay, so there must have been a rehost. You know what was happening was we were being bean-boozled, and that absolutely makes you lose track of time. Completely. I was lost, man. Gone. Okay, so I feel like we got to do a prediction here at this point. We're at that point where it's prediction time. So, what are we going to predict on?
You know, you could be forgiven for thinking that the Sonics were further ahead.
Yeah.
Some of those defensive rounds that Fury lost, you know, it looked pretty convincing for the Sonics when they were winning those, and it was easy to feel like
wow, yeah, that does make a real big difference.
Only one round in it, 4-3, the Sonics.
Thank you, kind sir.
You're actually somebody that deals with mics in general.
Yeah, but I only sing into them. I don't know the theory behind them.
Let's see what you can do with round 8 here.
Okay.
If you looked up stereotypical singer, frontman,
nothing that they can't reel back. We've seen so
all
many
aim, no brain.
So many
Let's get out there and sing. Pretty face.
It's
a lot like what we have going here,
Brian. that we've seen in the entirety of this tournament.
All right, we're gonna do.
That's the beauty of it.
We're gonna do 5 minutes, so that'll cover 2 rounds. That'll cover 2 rounds.
Okay.
Play this one a little bit slower. Last time we saw that aggressive look from Andy.
Snaps is a shot of strong alcoholic beverage during the course. You know, we were just talking about this last night, actually. In my travels to China, the Chinese love to gambei with their alcoholic drink called baiju. Yep. And they have this their clear alcohol is strong and taken as part of dinner, so it's kind of like a snap, I guess. Okay. And baiju is, we'll say it's an acquired taste. So is snaps is a snaps an acquired taste as well, or is it kind of, you know?
Make it sound like it's probably not great.
They're
like,
no, no.
Yeah, let's get some snaps.
They're more than likely going to be going for events plant here.
That's true.
So
All right,
like
that could be it.
Well, hey, you got me again. I'm in, North. I already said I was in.
It's booze. Okay. Yep. True.
No,
all right,
no,
but
generally whiskey brings about booze that tastes really, really
yeah.
delicious. I feel like you're not doing that. I feel like you're trying to troll.
So, the Chinese stuff I was talking about is definitely acquired because it doesn't start off great. But I'm saying, like Jack Daniels, great to start off with. So, you know, it's booze. What do you expect? That there's some lines there, North. There's some good and some bad. You know. I want to know where in the range it is.
Poor guy, but I mean.
See, Albedo's backing me up.
Yeah,
acquired taste.
But Albedo's being ambiguous again. Because it's a specific type of booze. It makes me feel like they.
I mean, 9 just walking right into the lines.
It's like you have to feed a yak vodka and then collect its pee and drink that, and that's what snaps is.
All right, now don't forget to bet some channel points, because we're going. Is Ambi gonna get a 3K on the next round? What's that?
Somebody got a quad.
Yes.
Was it Ambi?
I don't know.
I wish you could see Ace's face for that replay. It was truly incredible.
Didn't realize.
No, he only got one. Ambi only got one. Okay, 3K. Let's see.
Come at the same window, the fence window that I9 had died at.
Maestro on the board.
Will Ambi get a 3K? Oh, so far there's 7K on no. If Ambi gets a 3K, if Ambi gets a 3K, somebody's about to make a lot of channel points.
Well, nobody's about to make a lot of channel points because nobody voted yes.
All right, well there's still some time left. Who wants to bet against? No, for Ambi getting a 3K for potentially a lot of channel points. Whiskey might have been involved. I mean, definitely. No, maybe.
No, only maybe. Maybe definitely.
Isn't
that a movie?
I think it is. Maybe definitely. I think it's a movie. Look at this. The castle play on border.
I'm telling you.
I think he's still got a pretty high pick rate, but I don't know. I want to see the win rate delta, right? Even if we're seeing the pick rate increase, but is he winning?
Yes.
Think so?
That's why he's brought. You don't bring him if you're losing off. You know what? Let's lose this round real quick. Bring the castle.
But maybe they lose when they bring the castle, and you don't associate it with the fact that it is castle. Who are you giving up on defense in order to bring him? Right? In this case, you got Valkyrie and Azami are banned out. So you got Fenrir and Solus, both of them are on. Mira? Mira weak? Damn.
Bring it, Ash.
What kind of world are we living in?
It used to. I know. It used to be the permaban. It used to be, but Mira is just easy to deal with. And yeah, we do see her played a lot more because she's easier to deal with because she's not banned out. That doesn't make her a better operator. That just makes her available.
Okay, I hear you.
And as soon as that is happening, here you go, thank you. Gritzer, as soon as you can see that person taking up that,
I think that there is a situation where Castle is a viable operator
guns are stacked up against them, and they're just waiting for them opportunities. That's a great kill, though.
Every site, even?
Every site.
And it might just give them a little bit of space.
I bet there is a viable extension with Castle for every single competitive match. I would challenge that.
Ambi got not a triple. It was not a triple. I think he got a double. He had one. He had one on that round, and so if he's got 3, wait, he had 1. So if he's got 3, then it's a no. If he's got a 4, then that's a yes.
Don't do live math on. Not on Siege, on stream. Well, don't do it on Siege either.
Yeah, don't do it on Siege either. True.
They've already done really well in the group. They're likely to go through. I think at this point, I don't know how it stands mathematically exactly, but they've done a lot of the work that they need.
I can't believe it's only. Well, 7 o'clock Eastern. I'm feeling pretty tired.
They'll have known that this was going to be a difficult game and that points needed to be picked up elsewhere. What I would say potentially, Stokes, is look at it this way.
Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely use some vitamin D. Here we were thinking that we were going to enjoy this great weekend in Indianapolis, Indiana. What did it do all day? Snowed. Snowed, yeah. Yeah, like 6 inches of snow today.
That wouldn't stop snowing.
And it's still gonna
we need that converted into
why not turn up? You know, if you're gonna have an off day,
the metric system for our friends across the pond.
I like snow as well. What'd you say?
I said we need 6 inches converted in the metric system for our friends across the pond.
Oh yeah,
and you do it against the other teams that maybe you can
6 times 2.5.
You look at it like that, maybe it's not the end of the world.
No, and honestly, it is
That's
the end of
times
the world.
2.
Here's the one thing, and here's the one thing that I always remind people about. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna point out the things that are happening for Fury
15-ish. 15
centimeters.
That
is our job, okay?
Yeah.
But here's the main thing.
Alvito, thank you. Yes. Man, I'm glad I got there before you posted that. I feel better.
That's how. You have to lose. And
it's not fair. You gotta have very. You lived in a place that did that.
I've been doing it for 3 years.
Did what?
I'm just on the learning process.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I lived in the 6 years in Mexico. You know, I did learn some stuff about the metric system for sure. Temperature. I was never like the Celsius did not make any sense to me until I moved there and started to get accustomed to what those temperatures felt like. When somebody says it's 25 degrees C, is that good or bad? Like it's weird. Coming from the U.S., you have no point of reference of whether or not that's good or bad.
Yeah, I said with like 30 below or something, and somebody called me a liar because it was like unlivable cold.
Yeah.
Something like that.
30 below would be pretty damn cold.
Not doing too badly here. They haven't managed to move anybody inside of CCTV yet, but they haven't
Now,
lost anybody either,
yeah,
so,
I think it's
that's not
around
terrible.
negative
They've got
20
East
that they're
control,
the
which is something they
same.
can start
I think
working their way through.
Usually
Obviously,
around
is
2
currently
Celsius on
located
the
in
spot.
90. He's going to have a peek
All
around
right,
that corner.
what's 194
He's going to make
degrees?
it a little bit difficult. He can see into Fountain through into office, so Fury needs
Nailed
to be
it.
aware of that. And
Round
Citizen
it.
hasn't been moved
Is there-
yet
are they
either.
right,
1 minute
Albedo?
15
Tell me.
left on the clock, and Fury just struggling to get themselves inside. But if you remember right at the beginning, I said a great way to
That's
defend
true,
border
12
is
inches
to
in a
not
foot,
allow
around
attackers
30
inside the
centimeters.
map.
Man,
And again,
you
Sonics
nailed
are
it.
showing exactly why.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't specify.
Damn, it's a trick question, all three.
In general, and that's exactly what I would have
Trick
expected.
question, Lenny.
Rexton sitting in
All
behind the
three?
All
bookshelf,
3.
making it really difficult to even
What's
see
the
him in
third?
the first place, and he finds a beautiful kill. Might be able to find a second one here as well as flirting back and forth with multiple targets.
Kelvin.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Fury that
Kevin.
got the reins here for just a split second.
How many degrees Kevin is it?
Yeah, Kelvin goes hard, yeah.
Kelvin, not Kevin. Not Kevin.
Yeah, Kelvin.
6, because it's 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right?
That's true, yeah.
So. Dude, I just mathed the hell out of it. Science, baby.
Wait, Ambi is at 3. We're gonna have to drop it. We're gonna need another prediction because oops, Ambi grabbing.
He's got the Clutchmaster Alder in hand. We know what this weapon
How many points
can
do you
do.
get if you? How many points do you get if you're? If it's 0, do you get any? No, you don't. You don't get any points. Okay, we need a new prediction.
Okay.
Well, it can't be whether or not Sonics win because the Sonics just won. On this map, though, right? Was this map 1 or map 2? No, this was map 2.
This was map 1. Is this the last
Map
game
1?
of the day?
Boy, I think when we were doing the Atlanta watch party, because we were doing it like every single day, we had a long run during the Atlanta party because we weren't traveling. So in this case, since we had to travel, kind of got distracted and weren't able to keep this up. But we were definitely very tied into who was playing at what time, what stats, all of that was happening. So we're gonna get that for tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is gonna be a great watch stream.
Yeah, we're gonna be on that. We're gonna be on that tomorrow and break down the matchups that have already happened, what we got coming up forward. Yeah, we're gonna have some additional predictions on what's gonna happen tomorrow, who is gonna be going forward, who's in the playoffs, who is gonna win it. I'm gonna ask you who your pick to win is tomorrow. Huh?
I already know.
You already know. All right. Well then, let's. Do you wanna build up some suspense? Or do you wanna tell me right now?
Here on the casting desk, folks, we're gonna send you down to Jenny to see what's going on over on the analyst desk.
He couldn't even hold on.
It's motherfucking Bolo, baby.
All right. Yeah, that is true. That is significant. A significant factor
But that's my
in favor of
heart
Dark
pick.
Zero.
That's my head pick.
Okay,
So
well,
we'll do head pick tomorrow.
okay. Heart pick is Dark Zero.
Yep, easy.
Boy, that's a tough one because if I had to go with a heart pick in general, I would have said Dark Zero as well because Dark Zero won the Charlotte Major, which was the first major I got to see in person. Was the Charlotte Major in 2021?
You're the perfect group. You
21,
every other
22.
team. You don't play
22.
tomorrow, so you're done dusting.
May of 2022 was when Dark Zero won the Charlotte Major, so that was like a really significant moment for me in the Siege career, a competitive Siege career, was getting to watch that happen. So I would like to see that happen again, and then we would have this other storyline of Bolo winning a 6 invitation with 2 different teams you know, to go up against the G2 Pengu stats.
You do something kind of interesting. You go into office, and it actually creates a great
greatest to ever do it. I mean, it would be. There's a lot of greats.
Can you walk us through kind of why you decided to do this and what the goal is?
Yeah, basically my team was saying.
Well, and it would have to be huge, an individual effort, right? Because on Dark Zero as a team, you've got NJR, you've got Pamba, you've got Canadian. So like those guys have also, like Canadians won. Right, so would it be on him? It would have to be like some very significant individual effort as a reason that they won for me to say that he's the greatest. Because if it's just Dark Zero wins, depending on his contribution to that, there's a definite yes or no to that question, I think. So that's my thought is it's definitely not guaranteed.
Mental warfare.
I think the big thing for us is just telling people. I think we get to tell people they start either rushing or they start just getting stressed.
Well,
so
I mean,
just making sure not to break.
That does not require stats.
So they don't feel safe.
Maybe
whether
it
they
does.
want to rush.
No, it doesn't. I know you.
That
is not a stat. That's not a stat.
Hey, what's up, souls?
Answer it however you'd like.
What's going on? Yeah, thank you for joining us here. So that was the question. Do we know? Is there another game?
We don't know.
We don't know if there's another game.
I forgot.
We need to look it up. Is there another game? Is there another game after this one?
That's a good question.
Oh, you have a well. That is a good question, but also chat's got a question. So, what is it? What's the question? Let's hear it. I want to know.
What's happening?
I don't think it's a big like.
That's right. Jay, thanks for joining us. We were gonna do we're gonna do another poll so we can see. That was a 2-0 victory from Sonics taking them down.
Everyone seems to be bonding very well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, what's the next game?
And it was a dominant win. Another 2-0 for the side of Sonics this time around against Fury.
Look at that, man. Ambi, a 17 and 10.
G2 tomorrow.
I think that's 6 and 2 on entry. Huge. And then 80% KOST. That's huge. But we talked about Geo being the guy. Great to have him on this team. 85.
Oh,
I mean, compared to
like, I really do. I try to give teams the benefit of the doubt. I don't ever want to just dog on one team and do all that. But
yeah, for sure.
Same thing again. There was rounds in here where me and you were talking, especially I think it was round 8.
Well, potentially.
And you have to clear top 4. You have to get control of Armory if you want to try to go for that Vents plan. And they just didn't. They tried fighting Citizen at the window and kept losing.
Yeah, could we do?
And that could get to us so we can take a look at schedules.
You should not be winning that gunfight.
What team are you playing on?
The window.
Was that
yeah, well, actually, that one particularly. I just actually do. Round 8.
Yeah, which team is it, Solus?
Game from the side of Geometric, the Intel plays.
Because I can't remember.
We're gonna rewatch
but Whiskey may have been involved.
So go ahead.
After death. We've definitely casted the team before, although I don't remember if you were on it at that point. But so we open for casting a scrim. There's a chance. So if you're just joining us too. Whiskey Glitter and I are here in person in Indianapolis here, casting this, or really I guess co-streaming the 6 Invitational here. We don't have the full streaming setup that we normally have for casting games, so casting would be a little bit difficult. We would need some assistance of an observer in order to be able to cast the game down here. However, certainly not out of the question, because I think that could be pretty fun.
Well, they still have a game tomorrow.
Yeah, they do.
Fury as well.
All right, and then Jay asked another question as well. When are we planning on starting a Rocket League team?
Fun news on that front. We've actually been putting together a Rocket League team and to get into some of the T4 scene. In fact, Team Captain Lenny in the chat right now.
Why are you making that facial expression, yo?
So I mean, it's on its way. It's coming, and we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be trying to do some casting for it, right? Break into another genre of game where we can.
Hold your horses, guys.
Yappity yap yap.
Did you
we still have a match going on that B stream, and it's
did we hear about, or did you tell the stream about the Epic partnership?
selected.
tuning in
I haven't
and
even
checking that one
mentioned
out.
it yet.
In terms of the group
One of the
standings
cool
at the
things
moment,
about
G2,
the
Space
Rocket
Station
League team
Gaming,
that we
Sonic,
are
and W7M
starting to set
are
up is that
all
we've got a
topping
little
their
bit
group,
more
especially
access
for
now.
G2,
Official
Esports, and W7M.
Siege
I'm
Double
not
Shot
surprised,
is
low-key
now
expected,
an
but I'm really
official
proud
partner
of the
of
NA guys.
Epic
Like, you
Gaming,
guys
as
finally
well
decided to join the
as
server. I'm proud of you.
Ubisoft. So
I mean, NA's doing very
are
well.
getting
Maybe
to
NA, we
represent
can- that's a
two
Brazilian
major
team, right?
game makers. So
Wow.
if
No,
we have a
that you
creator
can't
code,
do
it is
that.
Double Shot.
If they make it out of
If you,
playoffs, they go for a deep run. Maybe I'll
make
change my
sure
mind.
that
But,
you
no, NA, I mean, Dark Zero,
use that
Space
creator code when you
Station,
purchase
Sonic's
anything
all
through
getting top 2
Epic,
so far.
V-Bucks,
Looking very, very good.
Fortnite
EU
stuff,
as well. I mean,
any of that.
G2 topping their group,
Yeah,
currently undefeated with
can
the
get a
flawless
little
group
bit of
record.
help towards the
Virtus
Siege
Pro
Double
top 2 as
Shot.
well, Wolves
Get our
top
name
2.
out there a little bit more,
And Brazil,
and
we
maybe
talked
reap
yesterday
some
about how they were
benefits
kind of
yourself. But
struggling.
yeah,
They
Epic
weren't
partners
having
now
very
as
many
well.
top positions.
That's right.
We do now see W7M
Yeah, yeah.
top
So
of
we
group
got
C
that
as
the Epic
expected. That's a
partnership
competitive
approved,
group. We don't see
and
the
so
numbers here,
now
but,
we've got
still could fall down, but a strong showing for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
all
Lawson
of
said
that
as well, great there
available
for the Brazilian
to us
crowd,
as
but in
well. And
terms
so if
of
you're
reaction
playing
for
any of those
tomorrow
games,
on the A stream,
for
we're gonna be
sure, and
starting
use
off
that
with Fear
content
X up
creator
against
code.
GK, a
And
really
yeah,
important match to
having a
determine
Rocket
which
League
one of these teams
team coming
actually
So
pretty
gets
soon
that
here as
also
part of
means
that.
that some of the content that you'll get to see out of the Siege Double Shot gets to switch up a little bit. We've been doing some of this variety streaming, and because we were Ubisoft partners, they gifted us games and credits to play some of their stuff. So you saw us do the Skull and Bones, which was a huge, fun community event that we really enjoyed. The big treasure hunt, and we've of course done all of the new Siege skins, the Sledge Master Chief, the Dead by Daylight stuff, the Street Fighter stuff. So now you can expect some of that stuff out of Epic as well. That means you guys asked for it. You begged for it even. There's gonna be, and whatever, we're gonna try our best. There's gonna be some Fortnite going on. We're gonna try it out. I've got 100% win rate so far, and I've played like 4 matches.
That's right. He's played 4 matches total, and all of them victory royales. I played a few more, and my win rate is more like 75%. But the bot lobbies only last so long, my friend. It's only we only get the bot lobbies for so long. After that, there's gonna have to be some skills building up here at some point.
And that also includes Rocket League.
That's
which
right.
is definitely something that we're trying to break into. We want to bring some more fun content. We want to bring some more casting to the table. And it's been the talk from a lot of people on that that's what they want to see. They want to see some Rocket League. They want to see some Fortnite. So we reached out to Epic. They said, hell yeah, we love you. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. So now, whenever you go to make a purchase for Epic, use creator code DoubleShot. Get yourself some cool benefits out of that.
I gotta ask though, where did this duck come from? I mean, I know there's the duck charms, but it's been kind of interesting. I wish I knew what was going on. I have no idea what's going on with these graphics. But Albedo, you take care as well. Have a great night. We're definitely going to see you tomorrow because we're going to come back here and do some more co-streaming tomorrow as a part of it. But this is some wild graphics, my guy. What is going on here?
I feel like I'm having a fever dream.
Yeah, it's something. It's something. This is over here. This is something. I'm not sure what it is, but this way. It's kind
I love that it just keeps going.
It's kind of like a combination. I mean, there's like some Brazilian influence from the music perspective a little bit in here. Certainly none of the graphics are, but I feel like the producers for SI are trolling right now.
Maybe.
Is that what we're seeing happen?
Could be.
It's a live on-stream troll. That's kind of wild. Well, what this means though is that the games for tonight are done. So we're not going to see any more of the cast of games tonight. There are 8 more games coming at you tomorrow. 4 on the A, 4 on the B stream. So we're going to be able to cover those in a lot more depth tomorrow and pick it out. So we'll take some polls as we start off the day about which ones do you want to see, which are the ones that are most important to you that you wanna hang out with us for, and then we'll bounce back and forth between them as long as we can. So all the drops continue to be active. So if you're gonna be watching the streams anyway, hang out with us.
I don't know. It's starting to grow on me.
Yeah, Glitter is all about the music here. Look at
I
this.
like the
He's
beat.
just chilling, man. And it's just continuing to go. That duck hitting you in the face is like bam.
And you're all ducked up.
Yeah. Well, what we gotta go like at least another 15 minutes here because we're close to that 2-hour mark and we're trying to get everybody their drops. I'm kind of wondering how long is this gonna go for?
You know what would be fun?
What?
Is if we didn't find out. Let's do Ranko.
Oh. Okay.
We can do that?
All right. Yeah. Let's do some Rankle.
Now, is this something we need to go to a BRB and then come back to, or you got the live switch?
I mean, yeah, you can go ahead and talk through it. Talk me through it, my guy.
Talk you through it. Oh, it's the easy one. You know how to do it.
No. I mean, talk the viewers through the, just chilling while we're here, while I'm doing that.
Yeah, doesn't sound like a bad plan. Well, my friends, folks, frenemies, got a pretty fun stream coming tomorrow. I'm excited to hang out with you guys all day. Ooh, nice. Lenny with the Siege Tales quack. Kind of on time with the bing 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 ding ding bing ding ding bing bing. Kind of sounded like What Does the Fox Say? Only the duck version.
Yeah. I get. Yeah, if there was a duck version of What Does the Fox Say, that could have definitely been it.
Oh man.
Actually, I'm trying to remember what is the site?
Rankle.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. And if you've never done it before, folks, Rankle is a fun little game that we do, kind of across the channel, and we'll bring some of that to you tomorrow as well. But it's where you submit your own video clips and it anonymously plays them. And we basically get to guess their rank, and kind of how it goes is it's been like whatever we guess it is, it's like one ranked higher almost always. So if we guess that the player's a gold, they're a plat player, we're always shooting a little bit low, but that's because they're randoms.
Yeah, it seems like almost always.
Trust them.
Yeah.
And we've even seen a few cheater clips on there, which has been pretty fun as well.
You've actually seen cheaters?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like tracing through the wall. In fact, one of the last ones that I did with Fast Ann was that way. Hilarious. Which was fun. Like hanging out with Fast Ann. She's at the you of course all have been watching.
Oh yeah. She's been all over the stream too. Alright, it's Rankle.
So Bliss loses to FaZe. Oxygen takes out, who is that? I can't tell who that is, what that mark is. Who did, or not Oxygen, SSG. Who did SSG take out today? D+? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Then Los wins over Scars, and Sonic wins over Fury. Not bad.
Not bad. Okay.
And Bliss, that was one we were hoping to see kind of go the other way. I'm not huge FaZe fans.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
But definitely huge Bliss fans. I think they captured the heart of America during the Atlanta Major and just had a whole nation behind them rooting for their success. It was just sad stuff.
All right. Okay, so here we go. And We want to go with Siege first, yeah? Okay. All right. Hopefully they can hear it. I think they should be able to. You should be able to hear it on stream.
Ah!
Why is it loading?
Amico, vera interrogazione.
What's this dude's name? Crazy?
Thank
Crazy
you.
something?
What the fuck? I accidentally. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Klippet ki Kevin. De az upper pillanatban. Guys.
Alright, hold on. Let's see if we restart this so it's all in one. Also, confirm for me that the sound is working. You guys should be able to hear it. So he swings on the
Amico, vera
stairs,
interrogazione.
loses, gets interrogated by
Thank
Cav.
you.
Okay.
What the fuck?
And a TK.
I accidentally. Oh my god.
It's a weird clip.
Oh my god. No. Klippet ki Kevin. De az upper pillanatban. Guys, I was gunfighting with him and I just fucking went into my iron.
Okay, Copper.
Check is busy.
That was the clip. Also, I'm gonna do this for a sec because I wanna be able to. Oh wait, maybe you can't hear. Maybe you can't hear glitter. Can you hear glitter? Go with boom. Now, all right. Now talk.
Check. 1, 2. Tell
all
me
right,
what
now
you want to do.
Now you should be able to hear. Now you should be able to hear glitter. Okay. So you say bronze.
I say that is some straight copper stratum and booty clapping.
Lenny, can you hear him now? Is it working now?
Amico, vera interrogazione.
GG's. All right, I think
Thank
that
you.
means yes.
What the fuck?
Let's go.
I accidentally.
Okay. So bronze for this dude, huh?
Oh my god. No.
Bronze.
Klippet ki Kevin. De az upper pillanatban. Guys, I was gunfighting with him and I just fucking went into my iron. Shit.
He's he kind of reminds me of Padip from Army of 5.
That he kind of looks like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't think that's him, but
no, because that wouldn't have been the case.
Yeah, no. Okay.
PTK's it's on purpose.
How come it's not letting me pick it? Oh, I had to roll down a little bit. Okay. We said bronze.
That's what Jay says. I say copper. Oh no, Jay says silver.
Jay says silver. Average silver player. Okay, silver it is. Hey, the correct rank is champion.
So he's a cheater.
That means he was cheating to get himself all the way to that, or boosted maybe. Yeah. How did everyone else guess? The majority of the people guessed the silver, gold, plat, which I mean, plat for me seems absolutely absolutely ridiculous. So, okay.
No, that man's a straight copper.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Clip number 2. Playing on coastline. Oh, I thought he just TK'd right there, but no.
Ce l'ho io le gambe, Ludo.
Hits that hookah bell core.
Ludo, vai sotto qua. Che gli metti la C4.
Vabbè, però ragazzi, sta là. Forse.
Questo momento.
Controller.
Ma perché mi hai tolto?
90's clear.
Oh, zitti.
Non piccare,
I
Gandalf.
was gonna say leaning the wrong direction. The floor is thrown.
Ma che cazzo fa? Oddio.
Finds himself in second, third.
Oddio. Oddio.
Okay.
Pazzesco. Ma raga, tra quello che...
Ma porco
No,
due!
no, che andare fermo. Sta qua.
Oddio!
Oh!
Si è fatto ace!
That wasn't an ace, was it?
Yeah. I could say plat.
Okay.
But we're always one short. So do we hit emerald?
Tough call.
Ooh, I say enshrouded.
Oh, and all right, so we're gonna go with we're going with plat here. Going with plat. Correct rank is another champ. Another champ.
It's a cheater.
That lobby did not seem like it. That lobby didn't seem like a champ lobby either.
That is champ play.
Yeah.
It's just not champ.
I mean, yeah,
play.
you can't like getting to champ is definitely easier in rank 2.0, no doubt, but it still is difficult, right? To be able to get there, even if you play enough games, you still have to win a pretty high percentage of them. And as you get higher up, the opponents definitely get harder. So I'd say it's easier. It continues to be easier to get champ. However, you still got to play like 100 games, and you still have to be near champ level to be able to get there. Otherwise, you're gonna lose. Or playing with people, have a great 5-stack. That'd be the other way. If you got a great 5-stack, maybe, but still, I think it's tough. And the answer, Jay, I don't know if you heard that, but Glitter said, "Enshrouded is the game."
Yeah, Baldur's
Enshrouded's
Gate,
the game.
great, it's super fun, and yeah, we're gonna be going through it. But Enshrouded, it's got the unlimited storyline. Basically, we're doing the building, we're doing the story. It's got multiple. It's fun. Baldur's Gate definitely more immersive, but currently the way the stack's playing, Enshrouded is the one.
Yeah. All right, clip 3 here. We're gonna run through it. So, I feel like we got to say champ anyway, just to start with how the night's been going. But I'm okay with taking a second and watching it.
Oh, kind of liked that.
The run in. So you're running up behind to go behind the bar. And don't notice that there is a thorn trap right on the door frame. That's interesting. Yeah, and Jay, if you're playing Skull and Bones, you have to let us know, right? Maybe we can hop on that. There's drops for Skull and Bones, and we've got it here on the laptop, so.
We might stream it. Let's go.
Okay. Lenny's thinking plat in this case. What do you think?
I would probably agree with plat.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I think as well. Like, there's something that makes me want to pick emerald because we always pick one lower. So I'm gonna go with plat, but I'm gonna say it was emerald.
Fair.
Okay, yeah. No, obviously silver, man. Obviously.
We were trolling. We knew it
Yeah.
was silver.
Yeah. So they have 2 champ clips in a row and then roll into a silver.
They have 2 champ clips that are for sure copper.
Okay.
And then give us a silver who's.
And look at the thing about this that's fantastic, right? Look at the percentage of people that guessed champ. 14%. That's huge. No one assumed generally pretty bad, but yeah, completely agree. That was a weird set of ranked clips, man. That was a weird set.
How close did that get us to our 15?
We're 5 minutes away.
Ooh. All right.
Rocket League or
Lenny, it's time to prove your knowledge at Rocket League Ranked.
Okay. Yep. All right, Lenny, you ready?
All right, my team captain here.
Okay.
To the double shot rollers.
Wow. Wow. What did he?
That was a good goal. That was cool.
Okay, so he goes flying up in the air, never touches the ground, hits it twice.
A double touch.
So a solo.
You think might be grand champion.
Solo double. Does that finishing move have anything special? Is that like difficult to get the blue streaks in? Does that help us at all? The goal scoring animation?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So Lenny is saying champion or grand champion. I'm not sure which is. I'm actually not sure which it is. Is that Lenny? Is that the
last ones? Grand champion's the big one.
The last one?
No? Oh, maybe not.
So the pink one with the diamond?
Yeah.
Or this one? The red one. Red one's grand. Okay. We'll go. Yeah, there it is. Now it helps me out. Supersonic Legend. How hard is it to get Supersonic Legend, Lenny? Because that's a title I want.
Of the world.
That's amazing. No, Supersonic Legend sounds pretty cool. I kind of want that.
Supersonic Legend Lenny comes into play.
Correct rank. Supersonic Legend. We guessed Grand Champion. That's not bad. I think we did pretty well. Wow. All right, I liked that. I like that Supersonic Legend. That was cool. All right, here we go. Number 2. 1 minute left. 3-5. This I feel like is exactly okay. That was a save, right? That was a good save. Yeah.
Oh, you say diamond flat? Yeah.
Goes, picks up all of the boost, and then gets himself down. Okay. Most likely plat. I'm okay with that. I like the plat call here.
Ah.
Diamond.
Damn.
Well, it continues to follow the trend. We almost always underguess by at least one. We're like always underguessing by 1 rank.
What's up, Queen? Hey, check this shit out. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. In person and in visiting Indianapolis for some wild stuff that we've got planned in the future that we're going to talk a little bit more about tomorrow. But hanging out here, we're doing some of the
Ranked-o?
Yeah, Ranked-o, but started off as the 6 invitational watch party. So we're going to be doing more of that tomorrow. So there's 4 games tomorrow. It took us a little while to get the whole setup here because we brought basically the entire streaming setup to the Airbnb. Okay, I think we got one more. We got one more Rocket League. Now, Lenny, when you say Apex, you want to do Apex ranked or play the game? Because those are 2 very different things. Look at him flying. How do you do that? How do you do that?
Don't know.
Wow. Okay, here we go again.
Boost, side hit. Boost, side.
Okay, so he does this thing where he like like floats off the ground, and his name is Help Crunch. Help Crunch. How you feeling about Help Crunch?
I say diamond, yeah.
Okay. Both of you guys said diamond, so that's what we're going with. Oh, a plat.
Reversed it on us.
Wow. And look, although you know what, I feel like I think we're in good. Oh, okay. At the last second, he goes, the opponents are out of place. That's a good indication. But the fact that 35% also guessed it means I feel like we're in good company.
Yeah, we
but also, I think also that's good for Lenny because he's recognizing that the other players are out of position. You know, I think that speaks
goated.
well.
Lenny's goated at some Rocket League. That is the truth.
All right, that was Rocket League. I mean, I think we covered it. We passed the 2-hour mark for the stream. Yes. You want to save some of them ranked for tomorrow?
I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, a little filler time stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. So let's see. What we've got coming at you then is for tomorrow. We're gonna be bringing out more of the Rainbow Six Invitational Watch Party. There is 8 games going on tomorrow, 4 on each of the A and the B streams. We're going to watch them here with you. Live, as a matter of fact, because we happen to be IRL in the same place, getting a chance to do this. So tomorrow we'll be bringing that out and some more news, talking about the games. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good time. Just like always, you know, we always have a good time hanging out with you. As Whiskey says, there's a lot of Siege you could be watching, and we're super grateful to have you guys here watching it with us.
That's right, my friend. Yep, glad you were here with us for it. So
that's it. That's it. We're done with the evening. We're going to bring it to you live in the morning, just about as early as we can get up and get on after a night of heavy drinking, which still lies
allegedly.
Huh?
Allegedly,
folks. Jeez. Folks, as always, as the lights start to dim and the jukebox starts to sing closing time, you don't have to go home.
But you can't stay here.
Ayo.
Let's go.
Jacob, another grand finals under your belt too.